Howdy math fans, this is test 4, lesson 6, last lesson for this unit. Get your swords ready and let's get going. Today we're going to review how to find factors and perimeter. And we'll start with a review of factors. So, if a question asks me how many factors a number has, in this case 16, I'm going to make a rainbow. And I'm going to start with the two outside numbers, so obviously 1 times 16 is going to give me 16. Next, I'm going to try 2. Can I do anything times 2 to equal 16? Yes, 2 times 8 is 16. Next up is 3. I'm not 100% sure about 3, so I'm going to get out my calculator, and I am going to do 16 divided by 3 and see what I come up with. So 16 divided by 3, and that gave me 5.3333 and so on. This is not a whole number, so that means that 3 cannot be a factor of 16. So I can just get rid of that. And it's not going to let me, but I'm just going to ignore it. There we go. Next up is 4, and I know that 4 times 4 is 16. And now I can stop because there's nothing in between 4 and 4 to try. So how many factors does 16 have? Well, the factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, I only have to count 4 once, 8 and 16, which means that 16 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factors. So here are a couple for you to try. So pause the video here and figure out how many factors 32, 27, and 37 have, and when you come back I'll have the answer for you. So here's the answer for 32. The factors are 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. And 27 only has 4 factors. It has 1, 3, 9, and 27. And if you did 37 correctly, you'll find that it actually only has 2 factors, 1 and 37, which makes it a special kind of number called a prime number. So prime numbers are numbers that only have themselves and 1 as a factor. And that's your review of factors. Hopefully that's not too confusing, but if it is, please come and talk to me so I can help you with it. Let's move on and take a look at a study jam that talks about perimeter.
Mia's framing one of Sam's masterpieces. In order to know how much material to buy, she needs to find the perimeter of the painting. Let's help Mia find the perimeter, taking it step by step. Let's first understand what perimeter is. Perimeter is the distance around a plane figure. To find the perimeter of a shape, you find the sum of the length of its sides. There's a nice formula for finding the perimeter of a rectangle. It's 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. In this example, the length of the rectangle is 10 centimeters and the width is 2 centimeters. To find the perimeter, you multiply the length by 2 and the width by 2. Add the sums together and you get 24 centimeters. Too bad Sam's painting isn't a rectangle. A square, like Sam's painting, has 4 sides that are all congruent, or equal in length. To find the perimeter of a square, multiply the length of the side by 4. The formula is written as 4 times s. In this example, the length of a side of the square is 3 yards. To find the perimeter, multiply 3 yards by 4. The perimeter is 12 yards. We'll use this formula when we find the perimeter of Sam's painting.
And you probably noticed that this is American, so that's why they're talking yards and inches, but the formula and the way you do it stays the same.
Not all shapes have congruent sides. When you need to find the perimeter of an irregular figure like a polygon, you can't really rely on a formula, because they're irregular. You just have to add up the length of the sides. For this irregular figure, we need to add 5 plus 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4. The sum is 14, which means the perimeter is 14 inches. So now we can use our handy formula for finding the perimeter of a square to figure out how much material Mia needs to buy to frame Sam's painting. 7 times 4 equals 28. The perimeter is 28 inches. Great, so now Mia knows she needs 28 inches of material to frame Sam's fantastic painting. And we also know how to find the perimeter of a bunch of other shapes too. Nice! You can apply a formula to find the perimeter for regular shapes. Since the sides are all equal lengths in a regular shape, you can simply multiply the length of one of the sides by the number of sides. Identify the length of one side. The length of one side is 3 centimeters. Identify the number of sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This shape has 5 sides. It's a pentagon. Multiply the length by the number of sides. The length is 3 centimeters, and there are 5 sides. That means we'll multiply 3 by 5. The perimeter of this pentagon is 15 centimeters. That was a cinch.
And that's the end of the study jam, and that brings us to our review. So number 1 asks which number matches the factor rainbow. You see it below. It has factors of 1, 5, 9, and something. We don't know what. So would it be 45, 63, 36, or 27? And number 2 says, what is the perimeter of a regular hexagon with one side measuring 4 centimeters? And I am not going to tell you how many sides a hexagon has. If you don't know, you're going to have to go find out. One place you could find out really easily is mathisfun.com, but there are other places too. It's up to you. So have those 2 questions done for tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Have a great night.